John Calvin, Epistolae, Episode 9. Calvinus Farello. Non memini hoc toto anno fuisse diem unum, quo magis abrutus fuerim variis negotiis, nam cum hic nuncius valuerit principium libri mei secum afferre, circiter viginti folia relegere mea portuit, ad haec legendum fuit et concionandum, scribendi quaternae literae, transigenda quaedam controversia, respondendum plus decem interpellatoribus. This is a letter from John Calvin to Guillaume or William Farel, April 1539. So it's standard when you write a letter in Latin to list your name first in the nominative and then the recipient's name in the dative, and typically something like this: Calvin to Farel, SPD, salutem plurimam dicit, or salutas plurimas dicit, says many greetings. So that's what's implicit here in the address, Calvinus Farello. And then he begins, non memini, I cannot remember, hoc toto anno, in this whole year, and memini here introduces oratio obliqua, indirect discourse, oratio obliqua. Thus we have the accusative subject and the infinitive. I cannot remember in this whole year that there was diem unum, and you can see here the word for unum. This little symbol means that an M has been elided off in order to save space, reduce repetition. I cannot remember in this entire year that there was one day. The form hoc toto anno is masculine, singular, and ablative. It is an ablative of time within which, an ablative of time as a range. So I cannot remember in this whole year that there has been one day on which I was abrutus fuerim, on which I was more crushed, more overwhelmed, variis negotiis, by various concerns, by various obligations or tasks. And variis negotiis is neuter, plural, and ablative, as an ablative of means. He's going to tell us why. He says nam, notice again the M has been elided, for when hic nuncius, nuncius here is an alternative spelling of the classical nuntius, and thus almost certainly pronounced nuncius, for when this messenger, nuncius, voluerit, wanted, afferre, to carry off with himself, secum, the first part or the beginning of my book. Calvin is referencing some messenger who came from the publisher or the printer to take the first part of his book. He said, circiter viginti, almost 20 pages, relegere me apportuit, I had to reread. So he's proofreading. In other words, while the messenger is waiting, he's proofreading nearly 20 pages. Ad haec, in addition to these things, legendum fuit, I had to read or study, and concionandum, I had to preach. Furthermore, quaternae literae, 4 letters, scribendi sunt, had to be written. So here we have fuit, and fuit also with concionandum, and then with scribendi, of course, sunt. A certain controversy or disagreement, quaedam controversia transigenda, had to be dealt with also. These are all gerunds and gerundives. Legendum is a gerund, as is concionandum. Scribendi and transigenda are gerundives. And last, at least for this selection, respondendum, I had to answer. An answer had to be given, it's a gerund, to more than 20 people who interrupted me, masculine, plural, dative.